Hello, people of the world. I hope you can hear me okay. This is another edition of the Chosen One channel. I remember of a passage of many are called and few are chosen. And as I walk this path, I hope that I know that I'm the few. I know I get distracted by things or get demoralized. You know, you realize that we were not made of this world. This is the fallen world made you to identify with all of these labels as I talk to you and as I go forth in perfecting my speech and my ideals. I think when we come down to is that there's a lot of fucking fake people out here, and especially on the internet, you can definitely see it. And it just, you know, I know that people are on here, they're collecting data, they're trying to figure out your personality, your political views, selling your data to third party collection agencies, you know, not entitled to privacy, having spy cameras on there, collecting data on that, illegally, of course, and nothing done about it. You know, no one thinks about these things, right? Like, no one thinks that this is an absolute horror. Nobody realizes the consequences of privacy. It's more of a, it's not a right anymore. Someone told me it's a luxury. It's a luxury to have privacy. Do as you may, but we communicate on here, uh, and the powers that be. I'll tell you this: like, we would definitely be in bondage right now. I wouldn't be talking to you on here if the world was completely engulfed by the dark ones, as they say. I was kind of uh, I was really apprehensive to do a video, but I think I love this picture, and it just shows you just the path that I've taken, and it's showing you. I don't need to fucking show you. This is for God at this point. I don't care who's watching. This is just how I get my truth out. I believe that that there is a time and there's a place. There are seasons for everything, and I do believe that whoever is like watching, like, realize that I love you. I love you unconditionally. I wish no harm on you. I really do mean that. Um, but I'm just forewarning you. Like, I mean, if you're really gonna do heinous stuff, but I mean, the thing is, like, I don't want to say like, oh, you're gonna go down to hell, and I'm gonna go up to clouds, and you're gonna go to hell. I'm just like, no, like, it's just like, it's irrelevant that this idea, this concept of heaven and hell is erroneous. It's make believe. It's not really how we interact with the world around us. It's how the Catholic Church controls us. It's how the mosque controls us. It's how Judaism controls us, and it goes all the way back to the story of Babel. And the story of Babel, I think about this a lot. Like we were told in our history, like, we were, this kind of uh, big progression, this uniformitarian, this idea that we came out of the caves, and then we had primitive tools, and we had the Bronze Age, and then we had the Catholic Church, and then we had the Enlightenment with the Protestant Revolution, uh, and then we had liberalism, right, or the French Revolution, and then liberalism, right, and then the reaction movies that sprung out of that. But how did that come to be? How do these religions, how do these different factions, these languages, these denominations, um, races, how do they come to be? And how did we like have English, French, German, Spanish, Portuguese, Mandarin? Like how did all these cultures? I think well, Chinese is a little bit Chinese. They have their own ancient history, but I think the rest of the world, like the Indo-Aryan, European world history, is rife with these stories, and it comes back to the Tower of Babel. I'm just thinking of the time, and I'm not just trying to be like a hippie and just like a liberal or something like that, but like a time where we didn't have like these nationalities, we didn't have these divisions, and really what it is this world is a play. It really is like Shakespeare says. This world is a play. We can't really take anything seriously at this point. Even the people that want to supposedly harm us or make our life difficult or fuck with us and try to manipulate our path. And like, I don't know why. Why do you want to manipulate my path? Why do you think it's okay to ruin people's lives and give them fines and like question their peers and and think that this is okay? Like, you know, like because your ideas or my ideas are so threatening that here I am in a park with 10 people, and then this is supposedly fucking illegal because I got bad ideas. I got the wrong ideas, you know? And then we got to get the media behind it. And we got to have this multi-million-dollar propaganda campaign about these evil wrong thinkers. It just sickens me. It's just like, who the fuck do the people think they are? Like all it is just like, it almost just seems like they're just like some sort of like extraterrestrial beings. Like at this point, I don't even think like extraterrestrial, like in terms of like they're like probably like there's an underground world that controls us, that props up all these systems and controls us in every way and facet and makes us distracted by erroneous things. And it's just not really constructive, really. Like I don't think like if you think of like metaphysically the power of the Tower of Babel, where everyone was basically one, and basically to realize this whole thing is just a simulation. It's just all you are is you're just a controlled puppet. You don't have any power in of yourself taking a side. You really don't. And that's really hard for me to really grasp that, because I was of the thinking that, I had to choose a side. I had to, put my feet in the fire and had to. And maybe that's part of my growth, and maybe that's necessary for my path and my spiritual journey. Maybe it's different for other, but that is the story of the prodigal son. We stumble around and we figure it out, right? And it's like I don't even discourage people, really. I don't even think really anyone needs to be discouraged, really. If anyone's discouraging, it's the program. It's part of the program is to discourage you, to demoralize you, realizing who you really are, and not conforming into these ideals of what it means to be successful in this world. So a lot of people still operate on this world. Yet every desire that you have, everything that you want, everything that you attain is an illusion. It's a waveform. It's not real. It's not a natural world. It's a collection of waves of dense energy that you perceive as a solid matter. Double slit experiment proves that. Everything is what you perceive. You can see 2 slits, you can see 4 slits. If you break down atoms, you can see 8 slits. You can see as infinite slits as you want. So what are we even arguing about? Like what's the point? Like if anything, why don't you just actually do it? Why don't you just fucking do it instead of sit on the internet. I know who you are. I know who you people, you cowards are. Okay? Like, why don't you just go fucking do it? Why don't you just go outside and touch grass and form an organization and just fucking do it already and stop being a goddamn fucking shit talking coward, right? But I mean, what am I supposed to do, right? And I say that with love, of course. And I think I have to get to a point like I'm not going to change these people, and I shouldn't really have the expectations that I'm going to change anybody, or that I'm going to change the world. I'm just talking out loud. Maybe I should just write this down and organize my thoughts. But this is what I'm just doing. Just write this into a book. This is really amazing stuff. Um, yeah, as many are called, few are chosen. Very true parable, very true allegory. Once you understand it, you understand it. You cannot see it. Why is nobody watching? Anyway, that's my rant. I think I'll leave with that. Peace.